Within 1 minute we will start. ओके चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। 17 स्टूडेंट तो आ गए हैं। ओके आज का जो आपका टॉपिक है दैट इज द प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग। सो बिफोर स्टार्टिंग दिस प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग, आपको ये समझना है कि प्रोजेक्ट क्या होता है। प्रोजेक्ट इट्स इंक्लूड अ वैरायटी ऑफ रिसोर्सेज टू कंप्लीट सर्टेन वर्क। ठीक है, सो प्रोजेक्ट्स में क्या होता है, वी हैव अ नंबर ऑफ रिसोर्सेज एंड यूजिंग दैट रिसोर्सेज इन अ वेरी प्रॉपर वे टू कंप्लीट सर्टेन वर्क, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ प्रोजेक्ट। ठीक है, अब प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग क्या होता है, इसमें आपको एग्जाम में थ्योरी भी पूछा जा सकता है, बट सम टाइम न्यूमेरिकल, अगर थ्योरेटिकल पेपर होगा तो न्यूमेरिकल भी आ सकता है मे बी, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम थ्योरी पूछी जाती है विद, आप इसको एक न्यूमेरिकल यूज करके भी इसको एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं इन योर एग्जाम। ठीक है, तो बेसिकली प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग का मतलब है, अब यहाँ पे प्रोजेक्ट को क्रैश कराना है। क्रैशिंग मतलब किसी चीज को हमें ब्रेकअप करना होता है। ठीक है, सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे जो इंडस्ट्रियल मैनेजमेंट का लैंग्वेज है, उस लैंग्वेज में हम प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग को बोलते हैं कि if we want to reduce the time of completing the project। ठीक है, अगर हम ऐसा कर सके तो इसके लिए हमें क्या करना होगा, that was the question arises and very simple answer। if we want to decrease the टाइम फॉर कंप्लीटिंग ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट, तो उसके लिए हमें नंबर ऑफ रिसोर्सेज को इंक्रीज करना होगा, ऐड करना होगा। फॉर एग्जांपल in the construction of building, ठीक है, suppose it's take a 2 year time, but if we increase the number of manpower, number of resources, number of advanced machinery, तो जो 2 year का टाइम था that will be reduced। ठीक है, अब ये कैसे reduced हुआ, by increasing the number of employee, तो that is called as a project crashing। तो इसकी definition आपको यही बताती है कि adding a number of resources so that the completion time of the project may be reduced। ठीक है, okay, so let's see crashing। Now see, so crashing of the project means to reduce the project completing time by adding the extra resource to it। ये हो गया आपका, ठीक, समझ में आ रहा होगा। Now, the project can be crashed by reducing the normal completion time of critical activity, which is called as a crashing of the activity। Means whatever जो आपकी normal activity है, ठीक है, उस normal activity को complete करने का जो भी critical time है वो reduce करना है। For example, एक normal time है किसी work को complete करने का 1 hour, but if we reduce that 1 hour to half an hour, it's mean that we are earlier, we are as far as possible, we are earlier completing the work। Now this can be obtained by increasing the resources, जो कि definition में already लिखा हुआ था अभी। Okay, the addition of resources mean, अब इस addition से क्या होगा, ये addition करना it's easy ना, easy नहीं है, because project crashing तो हमें करना ही है as far as possible, project के time को reduce करना है, but adding the resources is required a lot of money, means you have to invest a lot of money, extra money is required। ठीक है, so investment rate of particular firm will goes high if we want to reduce the time of completing the project। so that is what the अब इसी दोनों में आपको बैलेंस करके चलना है कि we have to compromise, we does not compromise the time as well as we have to compromise, on the other hand we have to compromise the large investments। so how we can balance, we will see further। now addition of the cost, ठीक है, एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट, तो क्या होगा, रिसोर्स जो ऐड होंगे, इट्स इम्पार्ट एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट। अगर कोई कॉस्ट अलग से इम्पार्ट होती है तो इट्स मीन द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट जो भी होगा, दैट विल बी इंक्रीज एंड सर्वाइवल इन द मार्केट एंड इज अनदर चैलेंज। सो आपको बहुत सारे पैरामीटर को बैलेंस करके चलना होता है। वी हैव टू complete the project in the minimum possible time, as far as as far as at the same time we also balance the time of completing the project, and also at the same time the cost of production will not be increased। so we have to balance uh, and maintain all these things at the same time. So it is a challenge as well as is a difficult thing. But in spite of the industry, they are giving their effort to balance these all parameters. So आगे आइए, तो एडिशन कॉस्ट हो जाएगी, कॉस्ट एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट ऐड होगी, सो दैट द रिसोर्स इज जस्टिफाइड ओनली अप टू अ सर्टेन लिमिट, ठीक है, दैट मे बी डिटरमाइंड बाय द प्रोजेक्ट टाइम कॉस्ट. तो इफ द कॉस्ट एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट जो ऐड हो रही है, इट्स मीन दैट यू आर इम्पार्टिंग द एक्स्ट्रा कॉस्ट टू द कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, सो इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल फॉर यू टू minimize the cost of your product. ठीक है, कॉस्ट अल्टीमेटली हाई ही हो जाएगी एंड टू सर्वाइव इन द मार्केट becomes somewhat difficult. Now see this diagram, cost versus time. This is the cost versus diagram. इसको भी आपको plot करना होगा exam में, ठीक है. Now see, it is a very simple diagram and it is plotted as per the definition. Now on the x-axis we have the time and on the y-axis we have the cost, ठीक है. Okay. Now see, we use the pen here. Okay. This side we have uh, cost and this side we have time. Now see that as the time is increasing, time is increasing, it's mean that we will say that the cost is also increase, okay. Now see that, now if we go towards back side, suppose this was the last point, ठीक है, if we go from this side backward side, ठीक है, it's mean that the time is reducing. Now as per the definition, if you want to reduce the time, if you want to reduce the, so suppose that the normal time for completing certain project is this, that is the point C, जो कि यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है normal time, ठीक है. Now from this normal time, if we want to decrease this normal time, so what we will do, we will come in the backward direction, but at the same time, but at the same time you will see that the cost will be somewhat increased as we go in backward direction, ठीक है. Now see this point, this point, draw multiple points on this line, ठीक है, draw multiple points. Now see, draw a straight line here, draw a straight line here, draw a straight line here, draw a straight line here. Now you will see that at this point, now at this point we have this normal time, ठीक है. Now when we go in the backward direction, means that we are reducing the time, we are coming toward the backward side, so this is the back side. Now if you draw the straight line, what you will be observe here, you will observe that there is an increase in this area, increase of a cost. So this was the cost, this was the incremental cost, okay. So as we go in the backward direction, the cost will somewhat increase. It means that we have crashed the time as well as cost is also crashed. It's mean that the cost is what, increasing. Okay, next. Okay, now this curve will help you in order to compute the crash cost per unit reduction in time, correct. Now, so now as per this plot, we will generate the formula for the cost slope. The cost slope यहाँ से develop होगा, so that is the division of crash cost minus normal cost to normal time minus crash time, जो कि आपको इस पूरे डायग्राम में दिया हुआ है. That is the normal time, यहाँ पे हो गया आपका crash time हो गया, that is the crash cost हो गया, and that was the normal cost, correct. Okay. Now, this is what the theory we have seen here. Now, as per this theory, we will see certain Marek also for further. Now, we have optimization of the project cost with time. Optimization means optimization maybe it has a positive value or it has the negative value, and it is decided as per the project. Now, the optimization, if you want certain project to be completed in a positive manner, we use that maximum value if we need for the certain suppose that for the exam, in exam you will how we can justify the student by his percentage. Take the optimum. So what is the objective of the student in exam is to optimize their efficiency in order to get some maximum marks. So optimization maybe is depend upon the activity. इट मे बी मैक्सिमम, इट मे बी मिनिमम. नाउ अब आइए इसके कुछ क्राइटेरियाज होंगे. टाइम कॉस्ट ट्रेड ऑफ. नाउ सबसे पहले जब हमें प्रोजेक्ट क्रैशिंग को सॉल्व करना होता है, नाउ इट विल इन्वॉल्व द क्रिटिकल पाथ मेथड. इन दिस वी विल ड्रॉ दिस क्रिटिकल पाथ मेथड एज वेल एज पर द एक्टिविटी वी ड्रॉ द नेटवर्क डायग्राम ऑल्सो, हम आगे देखेंगे. सो सबसे पहली एक्टिविटी होती है फाइंडिंग द क्रिटिकल पाथ, जो कि हम पहले करते आए हैं अभी तक. Normal project completion time using normal executive time for each activity. Second है find the crash cost as per the cost slope, जो कि अभी आपको फॉर्मूला बताया गया है. ठीक है. As per this, finding the crash cost slope for each critical activity and select the activity of at least crash cost slope to crash it. If two or more critical activity found they have the lowest but equal cost, then select the activity. कैसे select करेंगे? अगर दोनों एक जैसी activity होगी और दोनों lowest है तो where another path is a network may become critical by reducing its total time. The activity then can be crash be more unit of time. ठीक है. फिर अब क्रैशिंग करने के बाद है आफ्टर द क्रैशिंग द क्रिटिकल एक्टिविटी को ट्रेंड करना है. चेक इट इफ देयर आर न्यू क्रिटिकल पार्ट्स, और तो नहीं है. इफ इट इज देन आइडेंटिफाई ऑल द क्रिटिकल एक्टिविटी एंड क्रैश देम एज पर द रूल नंबर 2. जितने भी आपके क्रिटिकल पार्ट्स हैं उन सबको फाइंड आउट करना है. फॉर ऑल क्रिटिकल पार्ट वी हैव टू क्रैश द एक्टिविटी. पांचवा स्टेप हमारे पास आता है. ये स्टेप्स अभी हम अप्लाई करेंगे इन आवर न्यूमेरिकल. आफ्टर क्रैशिंग ऑल क्रिटिकल एक्टिविटी up to their lowest possible time, जितना lowest possible हो सके time, because the ultimate aim of the project crashing is to minimize the time. So when we are solving the problem for the project crashing, we focus toward the lowest possible time. So stop the procedure and determine the total project cost. Now when the time is reduced, we are reduce the time, that is the feasible time, optimum time we have reached. At that time we stop our process and determine that what is the total cost at that project crashing time. Because since if we reduce the time, resource are increased and ultimately the cost of production will also increased. Now selecting the project duration as optimum, for which the total cost observed is minimum. Now see, this is the example. Okay, this is the data given to you. Now first see this data. Now in this data all the activity is given to you, normal time is given to you, correct? And crash time, crash is also given, normal as well as crash both is given here. Okay. Now in normal we have number of days which is the time for completing the project. Now and its corresponding cost is also given to you, given here. Now crash is already given to you, its corresponding time and its corresponding cost is also given to you for each and every activity. Now we have the activity 1 to 5. Okay, 1 to 1 3 2 4 2 5 3 4 4 5, these are the activity. And with respect to this activity we have normal time, we have normal cost, correct? And we have crash time and crash cost. So what is the meaning? Now see here, कैसे crash हो रहा है. Now see here, now in crashing always remember that number of time will be reduced. अगर ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है तो इसका मतलब data जो आपके पास आ रहा है that will be something something wrong. You will see that the normal time of completing the project for activity 1 and 2 is 8 in case of normal time, but if we crash it, so it's reduced to 6. Okay, so it's mean this data is correct. Now 1 and 3, you see that normal time is 4, this is 2, means normal time is always more than the crash, because in crash we are reducing the number of time. Now, similarly, we can also check our data with respect to normal cost and crash cost. If the normal cost is 100, the crash cost will be 200. Why it is 200? Because in order to crash our project, we increase the number of resources so that the cost of production will also increase. Here we will see that the normal time for activity 1 and 3 is 150. So crash time is 350. So ultimately we will see that there is a difference in between these two value, just because in crash we increase the resources, and because of this this will increase the cost of the crash cost. Now how we can solve it, how we can determine the optimum value. So what is the target is, target here given to you is that crash by 2 days, means we have to crash the project by 2 days, whatever days is taken to complete that certain project. For example, this activity is taking 10 days to complete, how we can increase so that we have to crash it by 2 days. Suppose that now after crashing we will get 8 days. So in 8 days, what is the total cost of completing this project, we have to determine. The first step is to determine the cost slope. Come here. Now as per this cost slope, now as per this cost slope we will see that as per the formula, पहले इसको रफ कर देते हैं फिर देखते हैं. Hmm. Now cost of, now as per the formula, we will see that crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time. So this is the formula. By using this formula, we will proceed further. But the first step is to create a critical path. So this is what the network diagram which we have seen last week. They how to draw the critical, that is path for every activity. This is very simple one. So we will not go again to how to prepare this, but just take a recap. This is the activity 1 and 2. If you see that 1 and 2, draw here from 2 to 4, 2 to 4. Now this 2 to 4, 1 to 2, 2 to 4. Then we have 1 3 3 4 and 4 5. So these are all the activity here. Okay, for every activity normal time is given to you. Write it the normal time here. Okay, not the crashing. So this is the network diagram which is drawn as per the normal time, correct? Okay, come to next. Now see, now we have drawn the critical path. Now we have determined the critical path 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 5, and 1 3 4 5. So as per this diagram, we have determined that three path we have to reach from point of number 1 to point number 5. It's mean that we have three different path so that we can reach from point number 1 to point number 5. Now out of these three part, we have to calculate the normal time by addition of the time for each activity. So we will determine that for path number 1 2 and 5, we determine that 18 is the highest. So as per the critical path methodology, we have to select those path which is taking a very longest time. So we will select 1 2 and 5. Now as per this 1 and 2 5, this is the activity, and for this activity we have to crash the time, means the project crashing will be performed in this activity in which we have determined the critical path, that is 1 2 and 5. So we have two activity from 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. So we apply the cost slow formula for one uh, 1 2 activity and 2 1 to 5 activity, correct? Now what is the formula for this? The formula for this is given a crash cost minus normal cost divided by normal time minus crash time, correct? So see here, so 200 minus 100, if you see the activity 1 and 2, come to the table 1 and 2, this is the activity 1 and 2. Now crash cost is what, 200, and what is the normal cost, 100, to 200 minus 100 हो गया. फिर normal time क्या है किसका, normal का 8 minus 6. So if we see here, the 200 minus 100, 8 minus 6, so we will determine that 50, that is the per day, is the minimum cost flow. Similarly, we have to calculate the crash time cost flow for 2 and 5 activity. That is 400 minus 100 divided by 10 minus 5, 60 days. So which is the minimum? We have to take a minimum time, because as per the project crashing, we are focused towards the minimum time, because we are reducing the time. So the activity which is taking a minimum time, we will consider that activity and multiply it by 2, because as per the question demand, it is crashing by 2 days. So 2 days the crashing, so 50 per day. Minimum cost is a 50 per day. So if we reduced by 2 day, it's meant that 50 multiplied by 2, so 100. So reduce the cost by this. So 100 is the project crashing cost. So if we reduce the number of days, we will impart this 100 rupees more in order to perform the project crashing. Okay, तो project crashing आपका over होता है. Any question? Any question? Kindly reply. Okay. Okay, let's start another topic. Project allocation. Okay. Now come to project allocation. It is your second topic. Okay, now see, next topic we have project allocation. Project crashing is over. Now project allocation क्या होता है, project leveling क्या होता है, we will see in this okay. So resource allocation, basically it is the allocation of the available resource in the allocation means allocating, means assigning something. Okay, so assigning the resources. So the first important thing that the resource should be allocated very properly, as well as it is allocated, as well as it is assigned to the proper people. If it is related with the manpower, all the resources is utilized properly, as well as allocation is done very properly, and in also in a economical way. So resource allocation basically used to assign the available resource in a economic way. For, so that in project management we are using this resource allocation is the scheduling. Scheduling is a is a kind of timetable we have prepared for the certain activity. For example, any worker is working on the shop floor, means just nearer to the machine, so we provide them a schedule. We provide them a schedule, so that as per this schedule they will perform the activity. Okay, so this is what the resource allocation of the person working or engaged in the machine, and the resource which is required by those activity, while taking into consideration both the resource availability and the project time. So these two are considered while taking the for performing the activity. Resource availability hai ya nahi hai while we are performing the activity, as well as what is the project completing time, due time for the project. Now resource allocation plan, basically first we have to basic allocation decision, then contingency mechanism. we will see here basic allocation में क्या होता है. Firstly, the basic means that this is the first step while we are allocating the resource. ठीक है. So it is a kind of decision making step. So number one, the choice of which item is to fund in the plan. Second, what level of funding should be received. Second, which to leave unfunded the resource they are allocated to some item, not to others. So it is just a decision making brainstorming, and this is done by the top management, so that allocation of the resources is done properly as per the priority. So the area which is having the most high rate of priority, they have given the more allocation of the resources as compared to the non-priority. Contingency mechanism. Now, this is priority ranking of the item. Contingency excluded from the plan, showing which item to fund it if more resources should become available. Now, contingency mechanism means it is as per the priority ranking. जिसकी डिमांड ज़्यादा होगी, we have to go to that particular allocation. Now, this is a priority ranking of some item included in the plan, showing which item should be sacrificed if the total funding must be reduced. So, somewhat sacrifice has to be done. For example, किसी resource को allocate करने के लिए we are required a lot of funding, so that what will happen, the majority amount of the investment will be engaged, and that activity अगर उसको compromise किया जाएगा, sacrifice किया जाए for any, because certain activity in the industry required, only single activity in the industry required a lot of huge investment. But if we want to balance, uh, if we sacrifice that single individual activity, we can run number of multiple activities, so that what we do, we sacrifice that one activity and we will save other multiple activities. So this is what the contingency mechanism. Now, example of resource allocation, how we can allocate the resources. Number one, night plan, 60% consumer. Now see that 60, 30 and 10. This is what the plan, it is the proper allocation of the resources. As per the diagram, this is the model, how we can allocate. Now, the resource allocation can be applied towards your study also. Suppose that how much time you are giving to some particular subjects, how much time is you are giving to any particular subject. In the subject in which you are weak, you are giving a much more time as compared to other. This is the kind of model for the resource allocation. अब बात करते हैं रिसोर्स लेवलिंग की. ये रिसोर्स लेवलिंग क्या है? जो अनबैलेंस यूज ऑफ रिसोर्स होता है उसको मिनिमाइज करना होता है रिसोर्स लेवलिंग की. हमारा जो रिसोर्स है वो एक लेवल पे हो, ऐसा ना हो. फॉर एग्जांपल कि इन इंडस्ट्री वी हैव मल्टीपल डिपार्टमेंट्स, ठीक है. अब हमने एलोकेट कर दिया मैन पावर को, एक डिपार्टमेंट में बहुत ज्यादा मैन पावर एलोकेट कर दिए, और एक डिपार्टमेंट है दूसरा वहां पे मैन पावर एलोकेट ही नहीं किया गया. तो दैट इज व्हाट द अनबैलेंस लेवलिंग ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज. तो इसको मिनिमाइज करना है. So basically, resource leveling is a project management technique which is used to examine the unbalanced use of resources, usually the people or equipments, ठीक है, over time, and for resolving over equation of conflict also. तो conflict भी ना होने पाए, इसको भी हमें देखना है कि हमारे जितने भी resources हैं that should be allocated in a very proper and manner. Level resourcing involve redistributing an imbalance of allocated work. फिर से, if the work is assigned for any worker, if it is unbalanced, so by the method of this resource leveling, we can again redistribute the work, reallocate the work to the particular worker, so that the leveling should be maintained and unbalance, that is a resource, should be removed. Now, it assists project team member by keeping them from becoming overwhelmed, working overtime, or running into project burnouts. So, what will the benefit or outcome of this resource planning? It's mean that if we not properly allocate the work to the people, or we not allocate the equipment properly, what will happen? Certain people, certain group of the people will get a lot of work, they are engaged, and their entire overworking has to be done, and some people will not get a work, they are the free. So in order to balance these situations, basically resource leveling is required to balance the work between the people and the equipments also. Now we have the certain key, and that is the element which is required in resource leveling. Number one is that as the main aim of the resource leveling, already we know that is the allocating the resources efficiently and effectively. तो allocate करना है resource का जो main aim था. दूसरा है project which is limited resource. अब ये बहुत ही important है, resource leveling का सबसे ज़्यादा important use होता है वहाँ पे जहाँ पे हमारे पास limited resources होते हैं. For example, certain industry they have the limited resources, limited machine, limited manpower. तो वहाँ पे allocation of the resources is very important. Resource over allocation. Now over allocation means it is a resource is when the resource they have been assigned more work that can be completed during the normal hours. For example, over allocation, if you assign certain tasks a certain work to a worker, uh, in spite of its ability, in spite of its completing time, normal time, whatever normal time is actually required for completing that work, we allocate more work as per the time. So what will happen, this is called as the over allocation. So this is not required. Whatever allocation you will select to give a particular worker, it should be standard and it should be completed in the normal working hours. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें efficiency as well as effectiveness को increase करना है. That is our target. Now techniques in order to avoid this resource overload. Resource overload basically sometimes happens that some particular worker they are giving a more and more work, and other workers they are giving a very less work. So there is the unequal distribution of the work, and this will generate a something different thing between the two workers, in the mind of the two worker. So how we can avoid this resource overloading आपको reduce करना है, तो उसके लिए हमें resource leveling जो हमारा पहला step था वो तो करना ही. Prioritize the project which is having more priority, we have to select that and give allocate as per the skill. Now linking tasks, leaving breathing room, avoid the putting out fires, approach to project management. तो बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं रिसोर्स ओवरलोडिंग को कम करने का. नहीं तो होता ये है कि टू वर्कर्स हैं, सेम स्किल्स हैं, बट दे आर गेटिंग अनइक्वल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द वर्क. तो वहाँ पे क्या होगा, एक तरीके का रिवोल्ट मतलब डेवलप हो जाएगा. रिवोल्ट्स का मतलब एक विद्रोह हो जाएगा वहाँ पे. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जिसको हम बोलते हैं क्रिएट हो जाएगा बिटवीन द वर्कर. और कॉन्फ्लिक्ट अगर क्रिएट होगा तो अल्टीमेटली लॉस इंडस्ट्री को होगा. तो रिवोल्ट ना होने पाए, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट क्रिएट ना होने पाए, तो वी रिक्वायर दिस रिसोर्स लेवलिंग. टेक्निक फॉर अवॉइडिंग रिसोर्स लेवलिंग, पहला तो हमने देख लिया था, रिसोर्स लेवलिंग हो गया था, लिंकिंग टास्क हो गया था, लीविंग बिहाइंड रूम, फिफ्थ अवॉइडिंग पुटिंग अप्रोच. सो ये कुछ हमारे पास टेक्निक्स थे ओवरलोड को कम करने के लिए. सो नाउ रिसोर्स एलोकेशन एंड रिसोर्स लेवलिंग इज ओवर. नाउ एनी क्वेश्चन, एनी स्टूडेंट? उसके बाद फिर आपका अटेंडेंस होगा. वी हैव स्टिल 5 minutes, सो काइंडली रिप्लाई. ओके, थैंक यू. सो अभी आप कोई क्विट आउट मत करिए, अटेंडेंस आपका हो जाए फिर करते हैं. बाकी आप कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होगा पूछ लीजिएगा, ठीक है? और जो नोट्स अपडेट हो रहे हैं आपको वो डाउनलोड करके रखे रहिए, उसी से आपको क्वेश्चन यूनिवर्सिटी में आएंगे, ठीक है? और आपके गूगल क्लासरूम में आपके क्वेश्चंस पेपर लास्ट ईयर के अपलोड हैं, वो क्वेश्चन पेपर आप डाउनलोड कर लीजिएगा. उस क्वेश्चंस को आप देखिएगा कि कैसे